Welcome back to Reddit Tales. I just met my real soulmate. Goodbye, loser. As you listen, think about what you would do if someone ended a 3-year relationship with a text like that. I didn't realize I was just a utility bill with a heartbeat until the very end. For 3 years, I was the safe option. I paid the rent on our 2-bedroom apartment in the city center. I made sure the car insurance was on auto-renew, the fridge stayed stocked, and the credit card debt, mostly hers, didn't turn into a disaster. I was the foundation, and the truth about foundations is simple. People depend on them, but they don't respect them. They only notice when they crack. Jessica was 26, but she lived like she was 18 with a platinum card. She worked part-time as a social media coordinator for a small boutique that barely stayed afloat. Most days it looked like 6 hours of scrolling and 2 hours of pretending to work. Meanwhile, I was doing 60-hour weeks in logistics management, dealing with supply chain problems all day, then coming home to dishes in the sink and a girlfriend who sighed when I asked how her day was. The cracks didn't show up overnight. They were small fractures I ignored because I thought loyalty meant absorbing chaos without complaining. That's a common mistake. People call it being strong. Sometimes it's just being used. The real breaking point, even though I didn't know it yet, happened 2 days before everything ended. It was Tuesday. I walked in at 8:00 p.m. exhausted. I'd been up since 5. My eyes burned from spreadsheets and all I wanted was leftovers. One mindless episode of something, and sleep. Jessica was sitting on the kitchen counter scrolling, a half-empty glass of wine beside her. She didn't look up. "Hey," I said, dropping my keys in the bowl. "Did you eat?" "I ordered sushi," she said, still staring at her phone. "There wasn't enough for you. I didn't know when you'd be back." I looked at the empty containers on the coffee table. I hadn't eaten since lunch. "Okay," I said, "I'll make a sandwich." I pulled out ham, cheese, and the last of the mustard. As I spread mustard on bread that had gone a little stale, she finally looked at me, not with affection, with boredom. "Is this it, Mark?" she asked. I paused with the knife in my hand. "Is what it?" "This," she said, gesturing at the room and me at the routine. "The sandwich, the apartment, the same day over and over. You come home tired, you eat, you sleep. It's so gray." I took a slow breath. "It's called working, Jess. I'm tired. I'm doing this so we can afford the Cabo trip you want for your birthday." She rolled her eyes and slid off the counter. "It's not about money. You always make it about money. It's about spark, fire. You act like you're 40. You're so safe. You're so predictable." "Stable," I said. "I'm stable." "You're boring," she snapped. "I need a man who makes me feel alive, Mark. Not a man who makes me feel like I'm sitting in a waiting room." She stormed into the bedroom and slammed the door. I stood there in the hum of the refrigerator and ate my sandwich over the sink. For the first time in 3 years, I didn't rush in to comfort her. I didn't apologize for being the person who kept the lights on. That was the first moment the spell started to break. 2 days later, it was Friday. The week had been brutal. A shipment got seized at customs, and I spent 12 hours on the phone with brokers and angry clients. When I got home, my brain felt scraped raw. The apartment smelled like expensive perfume and hairspray. Jessica was in the living room and she looked incredible. Short black dress, hair done, makeup perfect. She had music blasting and she was pouring tequila like it was water. "Girls' night," she announced. "Don't wait up." "I wasn't planning on it," I said, loosening my tie. "I'm dead on my feet." She looked at me with that same mix of pity and annoyance from Tuesday. She walked past me, not to kiss me, just to grab her clutch from the table behind me. "Try to have a pulse while I'm gone," she said. I didn't argue. "Have a good time." She didn't say goodbye. She walked out, heels clicking down the hallway until the elevator dinged. I locked the door, stripped off my work clothes, and collapsed into bed. It was 9:30 p.m. I didn't know it yet, but that was the last time I would ever sleep in that bed as her boyfriend. I fell asleep fast. I woke up to my phone vibrating against the nightstand. The clock read 3:14 a.m. My first thought was work. A crash, a fire, some emergency that was going to ruin my weekend. It wasn't work. It was a text from Jessica. No words at first, just an image. A blurry nightclub photo under strobe lights. Jessica in the middle of it, eyes closed, kissing some guy like the room didn't exist. He looked like a cliché leather jacket, too much jewelry, the type of man who sells trouble as a personality. Then the message appeared. I finally found him. A real man. Someone with fire who actually gets me. We're soulmates. Sorry, Mark, but you're just flat. Goodbye, loser, don't wait up. I stared at the screen and read it twice. I waited for rage. I waited for the chest pain sadness. I waited for the panic. It didn't come. Instead, I felt something light and clean, like a weight had been cut off my back. And that's when I understood something that's hard to admit. I hadn't been staying because I was happy. I'd been staying because I didn't want to be the bad guy who leaves. She just gave me a guilt-free exit with a timestamp. Okay, I whispered. I didn't reply, I didn't argue, I didn't beg for an explanation. I flipped the phone to silent, set it face down, rolled over and went back to sleep. People always get stuck on that part. They think it's impossible, but it wasn't the sleep of denial, it was the sleep of relief. For the first time in years, I didn't have to worry where she was, what she was doing, what I needed to fix in the morning. She had chosen her new life. She belonged to her soulmate now. I slept deeply and woke up at 8:00 a.m. without an alarm. The apartment was quiet. The bed beside me was untouched. I made coffee, stood by the window, and let the cold clarity settle. Then I started working. Not my job, the work of removing myself from her life. I pulled my suitcases from the closet. I packed only what was mine. Clothes, laptop, documents, my watch collection, a few personal items. I didn't want the furniture. I didn't want the plates. I wanted freedom, and freedom travels light. It took 45 minutes. Then I opened my laptop and logged into our joint bank account, the one I funded almost entirely. I transferred my savings into my personal account. Next, I logged into the credit card portal. Pending charges from last night were right there. The Velvet Room, Uber Black, late night liquor. She was financing her breakup on my dime. I clicked report lost or stolen on the card she carried. The system canceled it instantly. Then I called the landlord. Hey, Mr. Henderson, it's Mark, I said. I need to invoke the lease break clause. I'm transferring the fee and the next 2 months' rent right now. Remove my name from the lease effective immediately. Jessica will be taking over. He sounded confused. Is she aware? She will be, I said. It was expensive, painful, but it was a clean cut, and clean cuts heal faster. By 1:00 a.m., my bags were by the door. The apartment looked the same, but it already felt like I had moved out weeks ago. I took the spare key off my ring and left it on the kitchen counter. Then I grabbed a yellow sticky note and wrote one word: congratulations. I stuck it down, walked out, locked the door, and drove to a nice hotel downtown. I checked in, ordered a big breakfast, and sat in a quiet booth like a man getting his life back. Around noon, my phone started buzzing. Jessica. I let it ring. It rang again, then texts, then more calls. I took a sip of coffee, wiped my mouth, and answered. Hello, I said, calm. Mark, she screamed, not angry screaming. Panicked, shaky, messy, I heard traffic and wind in the background. Where are you? Oh my God, where are you? I'm at breakfast, I said. Why? What do you mean why? She cried. I'm stranded. My card isn't working. It got declined for the Uber. I'm standing on the side of the road in a dress and heels. I cut a piece of sausage. Okay, she snapped, like my tone was the problem. That's all you have to say. I need you to come get me. Send me an Uber. Something is wrong with the bank account. Where is your soulmate? I asked. Silence. Then sobbing louder. He left, she choked out. I woke up in the hotel and he was gone. He said he was getting coffee and he just checked out. Mark, he left me with the bill. He blocked me on everything. I didn't feel satisfaction. I felt confirmation. The kind of man who says soulmate at 3:00 a.m. is usually gone by sunrise. That sounds stressful, I said. Mark, please, she wailed. I'm sorry, I was drunk. It was a mistake. I didn't mean any of those texts. Please come pick me up. We can talk. I love you. The words I love you hung there, heavy and fake, like a costume thrown on too late. You don't love me, Jess, I said. You love that I pay for your life. That's not true, she cried. Please stop punishing me. I'm not punishing you, I said. I'm listening to you. You said I was boring. You said you found a real man. You said goodbye. I didn't mean it, she said. I did, I replied, still calm. I moved out, Jess. The apartment is yours. The lease is in your name. The joint account is closed. The cards are canceled. Her voice dropped into a whisper. What do you mean you moved out? I packed this morning while you were sleeping off your soulmate night, I said. I'm gone. The key is on the counter. Then her panic turned into anger, the real core showing up. You can't do that, she stammered. You can't leave me like this. I have no money. How am I supposed to pay rent? How am I supposed to get home? Ask the guy with the fire, I said. Maybe he has a bus pass. Mark, you're being a psychopath, she spat. You're abandoning me. You texted goodbye, loser, I reminded her. The loser listened. Then I said the only line that mattered. You have the wrong number. She started to yell again, but I hung up. I stared at my phone for a second, blocked her number, and went back to my breakfast. It was quiet in my head, and that quiet felt like peace. Of course, the silence didn't stay quiet for long. Within hours, my phone lit up with calls from her best friend, Sarah. Then texts. How could you leave her with nothing? Pick up the phone, coward. I ignored them. Then came the final push, her mother. She had never liked me. She thought I was too plain for her daughter, even though I earned more than anyone in their house. Her voice was sharp and sure, like she was used to people backing down. Mark, she said. My daughter is sobbing. You abandoned her in a crisis after 3 years. You are a small, vindictive man. You will fix this, or I will come to your office and make a scene. That threat told me something important. Jessica hadn't told them the truth. She had built a story where I snapped for no reason and left her helpless. She was protecting her image while trying to damage mine. I didn't argue. I didn't write a long defense. I opened our friend group chat, the one with about a dozen people, including her best friend, a few cousins, and mutual friends. Then I opened a direct message to her mother. I attached one image, the screenshot of the text she sent at 3:14 a.m. with the club photo and her words. I added one simple message to the group chat. Since everyone is asking why I left, Jessica broke up with me last night to be with her soulmate. I just respected her decision. Please direct all questions to him. To her mother, I sent the screenshot with one line. Here is the crisis you mentioned. The reaction was instant and silent. Typing bubbles appeared, then disappeared. No one could defend goodbye, loser with a straight face. 2 weeks later, I got an email from the landlord with a courtesy CC. Jessica hadn't paid rent. Since my name was off the lease, he was starting eviction. He also mentioned the unit was a wreck, garbage everywhere, stains on the carpet. She unraveled without someone managing her life. Later I heard she moved back in with her parents in the suburbs, the exact future she used to laugh at. I didn't celebrate it. I just felt grateful I wasn't there to be blamed for it. 90 days. That's about how long it took for my body to stop bracing for the next problem. 3 months later, I was a different person. I had a new apartment closer to my office, a simple loft with exposed brick that Jessica would have hated. I went to the gym 4 days a week. I slept through the night. My bank account stopped bleeding. One Sunday morning, I was at a coffee shop reading the news on my phone when a shadow fell across my table. I looked up. It was Jessica, but not the version from the club photo. This Jessica looked gray. Hair in a messy bun, roots showing. Sweatpants that had seen better days. Tired eyes like she hadn't rested in weeks. Mark, she said softly. I didn't stand, I didn't smile. I just looked at her over the rim of my cup. Jessica. She gripped her purse strap like it was holding her up. I saw your car outside. I just wanted to see how you were. I'm doing great, I said. What do you want? She flinched at the coldness. I wanted to apologize properly. I know I messed up. I know I hurt you. You didn't hurt me, I said. You freed me. Her eyes filled. Please don't say that. My life is a disaster. I'm living with my mom. I lost the apartment. Our friends stopped talking to me after you posted that photo. I have nobody." She paused, waiting for the old reflex, the one where I fix things. "I miss us," she whispered. "I miss my best friend. Can we just get coffee? Start over." I realized what I lost. I set my cup down slowly. "You didn't lose anything, Jessica," I said, calm enough to make the words clean. "You threw it away. You had a man who loved you, supported you, and built a life with you, and you traded it for tequila and a stranger in a leather jacket." "Everyone makes mistakes," she cried. A couple people turned to look. "Cheating isn't a mistake," I said, standing and grabbing my keys. "It's a series of choices. You chose the club. You chose the kiss. You chose the text, and I chose to believe you." I walked toward the door. She grabbed my arm. "Mark, please, he was nothing. You're the one I want." I looked down at her hand on my sleeve until she let go. "You don't want me," I said. "You want the rent paid. You want the safety. And here's the thing about safety. Once you burn the shelter down, you don't get to complain about the rain." She sobbed. "So that's it. 3 years meant nothing." "It meant a lesson," I said. I opened the door and stepped into the sunlight. "Goodbye, Jessica," I said, and I left. I didn't check if she was watching. I didn't care. I had a life to live. And for the first time in a long time, it was all mine. Lesson 1. If someone calls you boring because you are stable, they don't want a partner, they want entertainment. Lesson 2. A breakup text can be a gift if you accept it the first time and don't negotiate your dignity. Lesson 3. You don't have to scream to take your power back. Quiet action is often stronger. Lesson 4. When people send flying monkeys, don't argue. Show the truth once and step away. Lesson 5. If someone misses you only when their new plan fails, they don't miss you, they miss what you provided. What would you have done if you got that 300 AM text and photo? Would you argue? Or would you do what Mark did and leave quietly? And if they showed up 3 months later asking for a restart, would you meet them for coffee or close the door for good?